David Davis has dismissed the 2-week deadline set by the chief EU Brexit negotiator for the UK, setting out how it will meet its financial obligations. The UK's Brexit secretary laughed in an interview when he was asked about the deadline set out by Michel Barnier on Friday. He said the real deadline was in December and warned the EU not to expect a figure or a formula by which the UK's obligations would be calculated. It comes after the most recent round of Brexit talks once again failed to make substantial progress towards completing negotiations on withdrawal issues including the divorce bill. Mr. Barnier indicated that the UK would have to set out a commitment more clearly within 2 weeks, or it would not be possible to move talks onto transition and trade at the December European Council. But asked about the deadline, Mr. Davis said in every negotiation each side tries to control the timetable. The real deadline on this of course is December. It's the December Council. Your viewers are all taxpayers, I suspect, one way or another, and they would not want me to just come along and give away billions of pounds. So we're being very, very careful, and it's taking time, and we will take our time to get to the right answer. If May fails to gain an agreement in December from European national leaders to move talks on, it could substantially delay the already tight schedule of negotiations and even destabilize her administration. She is under pressure from Tory Eurosceptics to walk away from talks if the EU does not allow progress before Christmas, but Mr. Davis made clear what his EU counterpart should not expect, when asked about whether the UK would be able to secure sufficient progress on the divorce bill to move talks forward. He said they invented this phrase sufficient progress, right? It's in the control what it really is. But one of the reasons they did that is because we said alright, well, do this sequencing, but don't imagine you'll have a number or a formula at the end of it. We'll get towards that process, but you won't have a number or a formula before we move on to the next stage. Barnier: the Brexit agreement will not be based on concessions, they accepted that, so it's not to be expected that someone is going to come along and say, here us an extra £5 billion or whatever. At the end of the latest round of Brexit talks, Mr. Barnier was asked whether the UK only had 2 weeks to make progress before the December Council meeting, to which he replied simply, my answer is yes. More about Michel Barnier: Theresa May, David Davis reuse content.